My name's Rebecca Badger. I'm an environmental economist in SEPA, and I work to think about the costs associated with protecting the environment and the benefits that protecting the environment delivers for people. Our environment provides a wide range of benefits, such as the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink, as well as many materials that we need in our homes, at work, and for our leisure activities. But a lot of what comes from the environment, including its chemical, physical and biological components, is taken for granted. So while nature can prevent flooding by storing water, it can keep water clean by processing and diluting pollutants, and it can provide enjoyment, inspiration and a place for people to socialise, these benefits are not all taken into account in management decisions. So when we manage the environment to create or extract products, this can be at the expense of the other benefits that the environment provides that are equally important. Economically, we get huge benefits from the environment, and recent research by Scottish Natural Heritage has suggested that it contributes around 11% of Scottish output, or £17.2 billion per year to the Scottish economy. The same research also suggests that the natural environment supports about 240,000 jobs, or 14% of all full-time jobs in Scotland. The benefits that we get from our environment are called ecosystem services, which aren't as boring as they sound. We group them into three categories, and we talk about things that we want or products from the environment, which are provisioning services. We talk about things that we need or functions and processes that the environment provides, which are the regulating services. And we talk about things that we like or cultural ecosystem services that contribute to our overall health and well-being. Our environment has multiple habitats within it, and these different ecosystems provide different types of benefits for people. They include products or things that we need from the environment. So, for example, farmland ecosystems provide crops and livestock that we use for nutrition, or freshwater ecosystems and lochs and rivers provide drinking water for us. The environment also provides kind of invisible regulating services. It dilutes and disperses pollutants. For example, our coastal waters dilute and disperse industrial pollutants and also sewage discharges from households. Wetlands and coastal floodplains store water to prevent flooding of communities, and these are benefits that people often don't realise are being provided by the environment until they're actually lost. In addition to those, there are things that the environment provides that we really enjoy and that enhance our health and that enhance our well-being. We call these cultural ecosystem services. For example, mountains and moorlands provide places for skiing. They provide places for people to go rock climbing. They also provide inspiration for people to take photographs. And so people who appreciate those photographs don't actually even have to visit the environment to appreciate some of the benefits that they get from it. The range of benefits from the environment is enormous. Forests and woodlands provide obvious direct benefits by way of timber for building and construction, and wood fuel, which we increasingly use as a renewable way of heating our homes and offices. About 64% of the UK timber harvest comes from Scotland. Products from the forest industry in Scotland contributes £670 million to our economy and supports around 31,000 jobs, and these are jobs mostly in rural areas where employment is sparse. There are more than 9 million visits per year to the Scottish Forest Estate, and people visit to take part in mountain biking, walking, horse riding and nature watching, for example. Forests contribute to the unique sense of place and landscapes which make Scotland a popular visitor destination. And last but by no means least, forests also contribute to reducing carbon dioxide in the air by sequestering carbon, and that helps reduce global warming. Urban green infrastructure includes parks, allotments, gardens, sports fields, and even churchyards, for example, which provide many often invisible benefits to the health and the well-being of 70% of our population that lives in urban areas. Allotments and orchards provide places to grow food and for communities to meet. Play parks and duck ponds provide places for families to have fun together. And green corridors, such as disused railways and canals, provide people with routes to get around cities and to work. The green space in our urban environment also helps to improve the quality of our urban environment, and particularly reduces exposure to poor air quality by removing pollutants from the air. Scotland contains 90% of the high mountain habitat in the UK. Mountains, moorlands and peatlands are a fundamental component of Scotland's landscapes, and landscapes in Scotland have been estimated to be worth £420 million to our economy. Around 90% of the visitors to Scotland rate landscapes as being an important influence on their decision to visit the country. Our mountains provide unique opportunities for outdoor recreation, such as climbing and hill walking, and some of them also provide opportunities for skiing. They also provide unique wild places and habitat for species like golden eagles, which have recently been voted as Scotland's national bird and that are synonymous with wild places. The high altitude and exposure associated with these mountains, moorlands and to some extent peatlands makes them very important locations for renewable energy generation. Peatlands are exceptionally important for storing huge amounts of carbon and therefore helping us to counter the impacts of climate change, as well as supporting many rare and unusual habitats and species. Decisions about managing the environment often fail to take account of nature's ability to provide multiple benefits because many of them don't provide income or financial reward. We need to manage the environment in ways that provide some benefits, but sometimes doing that can be unsustainable and reduce the ability of the environment to provide other benefits. So we need to think about how to manage the environment well so that we can provide all these different benefits alongside each other and greatly improve and enhance our quality of life.